This is Hannibal here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube with some wrestling news. Here's something very interesting. WWE had their PLE, what they call pay-per-views now, their first one since they've left Peacock on ESPN on the weekend, which was Brock Lesnar defeating John Cena. Very jacked up Brock Lesnar, which some people are saying, hey, why does Brock Lesnar get to look so huge? I don't even know what type of testing they do there anymore. I know Andrade recently failed a test, what it was for, whether it was recreational stuff or other things. I don't know. I do know TRT is allowed. And I don't know if growth hormone can be tested for or not. AEW, there's massive people in that too, like Powerhouse Hobbs and Wardlow. I mean, I've been around long enough to know what people look like natural and not. And I mean, well, I highly suspect there's a lot of people in both companies that are on more than just TRT, which is what you're prescribed. But anyways, ESPN themselves, their reporters rated the pay-per-view a C. So I think this is kind of good because all we're really hearing out of this pay-per-view is, my God, Brock Lesnar looked massive. And Stephanie McMahon is going in the Hall of Fame. Wow, Stephanie McMahon, Triple H's wife, gets the record for the earliest entry into the Hall of Fame, September for WrestleMania. That's not till next April. And Triple H is the guy that chooses, by the way. I'm doing great, Anthony. And the full results of that pay-per-view were, by the way, where Lesnar defeated Cena, who's almost finished now his career. Only has a few more appearances left. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed defeated the Usos, Rikishi's kids, in the doghouse after that incident with Raja Jackson, who, as far as I know, has not been bailed out of jail. But of course, that was Rikishi's league. It got ripped away, their WWE ID. And I'm sure the Usos doing the job here when one of them was just champion not too long ago is a sign that they're in the doghouse. Stephanie Valker defeated Io Sky. CM Punk and AJ Lee, and there's pictures of them practicing this match out there versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. And by the way, it's been announced my friend TJ Wilson was the producer of that match, but it's just like, wait a minute, you want to not be in the Screen Actors Guild, yet you're saying that there's producers of every match and you have a whole show about your writers, these geeks in suits that come up with these. And I think ESPN is being nice, giving it a C grade. I mean, I've seen some highlights from their stuff lately, and absolutely nothing interests me. Cody Rhodes, who Triple H likes to call the corporate quarterback, the quarterback, defeated Drew McIntyre in a finish that, wow, man, these writers are real geniuses. So many people thought Drew McIntyre was going to win that match. So a 5-match pay-per-view. Triple H is famous for these 5-match pay-per-views. On the other side of it, would have killed him to keep kayfabe just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, pictures of them practicing a match. But yeah, as far as they only had 5 matches, Ricochet responded with a comment about the C grade because AEW had a show the same day that started at 2 p.m. and ended at 8 p.m. 6 hours, and Ricochet made a sarcastic comment about the C grade publicly, but it's like, I would give your AEW show an F just for being 6 hours. Who wants to watch 6 hours of wrestling? It's just they constantly I mean, there's got to be a happy medium between WWE's 5-match pay-per-views and AEW's marathon pay-per-views. Which, by the way, apparently they're going to be doing most of their shows now in the afternoon because of the length, because they finish at a more reasonable time. People don't like to be up until 1 in the morning watching 6 hours of wrestling. WWE ticket prices for WrestleMania 42, Section A1 on the floor. $8,998. And then the cheapest tickets, the 400 section, 8,000 or sorry, $854. The cheapest ticket to get in to WrestleMania 42, over $800. That's crazy. No more commercials on the pay-per-view. Interesting. So I guess Peacock had commercials. I never saw any of the Peacock pay-per-views. They're still going to air Saturday Night Main Event, the two left of this year on Peacock, from what I understand, but no more pay-per-views on Peacock. And of course, in Canada, they air on Netflix. By the way, I've been talking to Violent J of the Insane Clown Posse, who has Juggalo Championship Wrestling, which is actually coming here to Wichita at the end of October, Halloween week. There's no WWE or AEW in Wichita in 2025. AEW's show was canceled here, the collision taping due to low ticket sales. And WWE, I guess, didn't get good enough ticket sales last year to come back. They did a Raw here last December. So Juggalo Championship Wrestling is going to be the biggest event coming here to Wichita at the Cotillion, where I once wrestled Sandman, later in October. And Violent J is going to be. There's also an ICP concert coming. James Storm is going to be there, who I wrestled, and Vampiro is going to be there, who is who might hold the record for most retirement matches at this point. But I'm looking forward to doing some interviews with the people from JCW, Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Charles, and I am invited to cover that event, so I will be there covering that event live. $900 for the most reasonable WrestleMania ticket. Well, they've said it. They're not family oriented, and they don't think Vince McMahon was family oriented enough. Matthew spent hours trying to get the damn ESPN app purchased and activated, but it was never successful. He finally said, screw it. Well, I can tell you that they posted all the match highlights immediately after they happened. So why even bother if they're going to post it for free on YouTube, like right after anyways? Are the matches really that good that you want to watch the entire thing when they're going to post the highlights and the finish anyways? That's just my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these 6-hour marathon AEW pay-per-views, which I've really heard nothing about that AEW pay-per-view other than Edge and Christian teamed again and won because it was in Toronto. And the pay-per-view was 6 hours, which is crazy. Hello, Tiago Cicchetti from Brazil, the UFO researcher. Check out my interviews with him on this channel. He did a lot of research into the various negative alien encounters that have taken place in Brazil. Have a great day.